All right, legends, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Mark from Legendary Makes. We are going to get started on some footage from building this place and how it went from an empty room to what you see behind me. We'll get into some like organizational stuff. That's kind of like what I love doing. I don't know why. I love organizing, and when everything's in the right place and I know where it's at, it makes me efficient, makes the business that I'm running efficient. And I love that. But without further ado, let's get into some footage and we'll kind of see how it started. All right, guys, we're here at the apartment. We're moving stuff in today. I've been slowly kind of moving stuff in. Don't really have much in here. Sorry, there's not any light. It's basically a 12 foot by 12 foot. It says 12 foot by 10, but that's including this closet here. But if you push that back 2 feet, that's 12. So my desk is gonna go in here. My editing software, all that sort of stuff, design software, is all, my computer's gonna be like in here. So hopefully that saves me, you know, that 2 feet of space. We're going to have in the middle, I ordered some cabinetry. So I ordered some cabinets off of IKEA. It was like 320 bucks, but it's 72 inches wide. And then it's 24 inches deep. And that was kind of the issue that I was running into. I couldn't find anything that's 24 inches deep because I need, you know, some good workspace, and a lot of stuff was just 12 inches deep. So it seemed like this cabinetry worked, and I need the space. With this being much smaller than my other workspace, it's going to be tough to make sure this is like super organized and efficient. So I'm going to need all the cabinet space, cupboard space, and it looks nice. And on either side, I will be able to fit a shelf on this side and then a shelf on this side, both stacked with printers. I think I can get 2 or 3 printers on each side. If I can get 3, that'd be perfect, because right now I just bought 2 of the AMS2 Pros, or no, the P1P, sorry, I bought 2 P1Ss with AMS2 Pros. Gosh, and I have a total of 5, 6, 7 total printers now. So if I can get 6 here, I could put that other one maybe on the desk here, or the countertop here if there's room. If not, we'll figure that out later. Then I also have, going right here is more of like a kitchen island. So I will be able to talk at you coming this way, because we'll have the recording set up this way. And now looking at this view, I can kind of see what the whole frame shot will look like, which is pretty cool. And we're going to have a cabinet right here with a bunch of storage and kind of like a talking place to look at the camera. And if I'm showing you guys stuff, I'll have counter space to be looking at you and showing you that stuff. So that's kind of where we're at. This is kind of day one, even though I've been moving stuff in, but I mean, really haven't constructed anything. It'll be fun and interesting because this is going to be more of a real world scenario of, can I do this at home? So, you know, can any normal person in their, you know, their apartment, can they build their own 3D print farm and studio? So, all right, update here. Kind of got all the stuff in this room. It is packed, but I think if we get this organized, we should be all right. Hopefully this guy helps, because he's not been helping. But same plan. Shelves, cabinets back there, shelves each side, and we're kind of setting up the desk over here. Got some storage up there. There's kind of 2 shelves up there. So I think if I organize this just enough, I think I should be fine. We've got some stuff here organized. We've got these shelves set up over here, 2 printers on there, and then shelf over here, 3 printers are on there. It's still a little messy, but once I get this cupboard put together here, it's going to go right in the middle here. I'll be able to organize a lot of stuff, start putting this stuff away, opening up more room in here. Sorry, heavy breathing. I'm just doing a lot today. What else do we have here? We're going to have some brackets that I'm going to make for the shelves so I can hang the spool holders. So that'll be a separate project. The one issue I might have is the AMS unit, which I'd have down here on the bottom. I don't know if I'm gonna have room to make a holder, or how to make one, or where to put it. So that's gonna be kind of on pause for a bit until I get the major stuff going. I do have 2 P1Ss that I'm gonna set up on either side of the counter here. So I will still be in the game for multicolor prints. But yeah, that's progress report right now. I'm thinking shipping stuff. Go up here. I'm probably going to get a shelf that runs all across here and maybe too high. And then I could put filament all across. And I'll have like a stool so I can get to it. I'm really just trying to maximize all the space within this room. It's a 12 by 12 room, including what we've got over here. I probably should show over here. This is going to be the setup for video editing, CAD design, anything computer related is going to be doing over here. And as you can see, I've got this recessed into the closet. So I'm like I said, maximizing everything, every bit of space I can. Under here, I've got a bunch of boxes up in front, but in the back, I've got plastic totes in the back, which gives me plenty of room for my feet and all that. But we'll dive deep into that once everything is organized. And these storage bins are so perfect. The big ones fit in there. I could do the double ones on the smaller ones. And then up here, I can do these little mini ones. So I'm probably going to buy enough to max this out on mini storage little guys all the way down. And then I have a stool to where I can just kind of reach up in there. But yeah, this is all my old mining equipment, computer equipment. Everything that was in that basement is in those there. Is under the desk here in big bins. And then kind of scattered over here. And then in these two bins, and I think I've got 3 bins like this, maybe 4 in the living room. It's gonna be an organizational feat, but I'm for it because I'm pretty good at organizing. A floating island here in the middle. So this is where I'll be talking at you guys, looking this way. Camera's going to be facing this way. I'll have the shelves back, or the cabinetry in the very back, and then a floating island right in here. So I can talk at you, show you the stuff I'm making, show you what we're doing, and all that sort of stuff. So big plans. I'm trying to record as much as I can so I can make this a fun little series. Just for anybody out there that's going to build or wants to build a little farm, and show them that you can build a farm inside of an apartment. It's 12 by 12. 12 by 12 foot space. So you can do it, and I'm going to show you that it's possible. And while having a studio as well. And I think there's one other thing I can't remember I was going to talk about. Oh, the shelves. A lot of you guys are going to give me slack about these shelves. They're not stable. They're not sturdy. They are. Okay, you don't need these big industrial, crappy, for a better term, looking shelves. You can use these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to prove it. And I will 3D print some anchoring hardware. And they're going to be little beams that go each one of these shelves here all the way down. It's going to be beamed and connected into the wall here. And I'm going to do the same for that side. So this is going to be as solid as any industrial rack. All that vibration is going to be transferred into the walls, into the structure. All right, desk. All right, we got the cabinet installed. I think technically cupboards, cabinets top, cupboards bottom. I don't know. You know what I mean. But installed. So nice solid surface to work on. 24 inches deep, which is perfect. Plenty of storage. Let's see if we can get the camera adjusted here. Actually, I'll just open all these up and then back out. Hold on one sec. Bam, bam, and bam. So, storage. This is going to be perfect. I figure all the common tools that I use all the time in here. I'll probably make one of those Gridfinity type things and throw that in here. And then here's going to be storage for whatever I'm making, whatever tools I have. What's awesome is those cubbies there, they fit. It's the bigger size right here of the IKEA bins. Really trying to get in there. So I believe it's 12 inches high and 24 inches wide, something like that. And they will fit right in here. So I could technically get 2, 3, 4, 5, and they push back even more. So I think they're probably only about 12 inches deep as well. I can fit smaller things in front. So plenty of storage already just with this. And then we're gonna get this guy built, which is
going to be more of like, it's a kitchen island, but we're repurposing it for our needs. And it's going to go right here in the middle. I'll have just enough room for my chair to come out, and then just enough room here to work. All right, so this is where we're at now. We got the cabinets installed, all the ones that I'll need. Drawers over there, cupboards, one drawer over there. There's plenty of space in all of this here, which is really nice. Probably gonna make this my packing and shipping station. I could put all like my envelopes, extra labels, tape, all that sort of stuff in those drawers, which should work out pretty nicely. Got a little mat down here. It's like one of the ones that are at like the exercise gyms or whatever, and you just put them together. They're like little tiles. But if I'm going to be standing here and working here for long periods of time, I'm definitely going to want a mat. I just know from being on my feet in the previous jobs that I've had, having a foot mat is so much better than just this, concrete floor. So.
All right, well, that pretty much wraps up this episode. We'll have one more episode after this, kind of going over the finishing touches and final details. But yeah, stay on the lookout for that. As always, like, subscribe, but most importantly, share. Let those other nerds like us see these videos. And, maybe they want to go on that journey with me on 3D printing and starting from nothing to what we got now to running and operating a 3D printing business. So we'll see you on the next one, guys.